All right, dudes on bikes. Yeah. Man, like, this is pretty awesome. I hardly ever just run into road bikers like this that are just out here cruising, running my normal commute. And see, one of the cool things about the biker community is that this is perfectly, like, acceptable too. In fact, it's actually probably even more so encouraged to do it. Put more than one biker together, you get increased visibility, so safety concerns, and then, just promoting awareness, and I don't know, it's just cool on top of all that. It's been a while since I've done a group ride. In fact, it's been several years since it's been a couple years since I've done a group ride. I got invited to go to one last year sometime, I think. And the Vulcan was on the fritz and leaking oil, and I just didn't feel like going out. But now that I've got the NC700X here, it's like, why not? So we'll have to see. The group here is the Rat Pack, and the Triumph dealer down here in Augusta, he organizes it. You just get a bunch of people together and just go. So, because I used to work for Knology, which is now Wide Open West in this area, cable company, and the call center was literally right next door to the Triumph dealer. Like, I could walk down the driveway and he was right there. So me and the other guy that worked at Knology, we go in there and just chill out, sit on some of the bikes, talk to the owner every so often, and so we get invited to go out to the Rat Pack rides. So I'll have to check on that. It'd be good just to get footage like this of everyone riding around, and I always keep a first aid kit on my bike. So a lot of the times the group runs, a lot of people don't keep the safety stuff on their bike. There's another group that I went riding with called Scooter Trash that would go around, and those were the type where, I mean, you're literally going to be going triple digits most of the time that you're out there in the country. And at the time I had my little 250 Rebel, so I could keep up. Because we weren't going triple digits the whole time. There was a couple people in the group that would go 100 miles an hour, 120. But then they would just take off, and they'd be like, okay, whatever, we'll see them soon enough. And they would be pulled over on this side, just waiting for everyone to catch back up again. So I'm sure some people that watch this video can relate to those types. I try to stick with the pack. So I mean, we're all speeding right now. It's 65 on the sign, and I'm going 79. These guys haven't been going the speed limit the whole time, and here we all get to have some fun with brake lights. And so kind of like the position of the guy in the back in the group is you run defense. Someone flashes a turn signal up ahead, you try to get over so that all the bikers in front of you can get over too, kind of like reserving the lane. And then the other thing I like to do is, someone wants to tailgate, because for some reason down here, it hasn't been happening near as bad, or maybe I just don't care as much anymore, but you get a lot of people that like to tailgate. So, with me sitting back here, I give my guys space up here, and someone can feel free to tailgate me all they want. I kind of watch out for the interest of the dudes in front of me here. And you're like, well, why are you doing all this? This is biker camaraderie, if you will. And like I said, this is a real treat, because I usually see a lot of biker guys or girls in passing, opposite side of the road, because once you get stuck in a traffic pattern, it's kind of hard to catch up to someone who's on a bike. We all like the speed, or every once in a while you run into the one motorcyclist who's going like 5 under, and I don't quite understand that, but whatever floats your boat kind of thing. But that's too slow for me, so I usually just keep on going. But these guys are right on point. But about people tailgating, you usually have a couple kinds of people when it comes to following motorcycles. You got the people who don't give a crap, they hate motorcyclists, and so they tailgate the mess out of you. And that's really unnerving when you're new on a motorcycle to have someone right up on your butt, because you're thinking to yourself, and when I started riding, I was on a 250. That thing weighed like maybe 300 pounds, full gas tank, soaking wet kind of thing. And I'd have someone in a big, huge SUV, like a Navigator or something like that, right up on my butt. And it's like, let's think about the physics of this. If I have to come to a stop, and I mean come to a stop, you're going to be all up in me, pretty much. So, no thank you. But people don't think about that. They think, oh yeah, I'm in this SUV, whatever, and I hate people on bikes. Then you have the people who just don't care. It's like, oh, it's another vehicle on the road, I'm still going to follow you the same way I follow a car. And whether that's someone who does like this right here, where you leave like a car and a half, or you leave 2 car lengths, that's just their normal whatever, you're just another vehicle on the road. And then you have those that are like, oh my goodness, there's a motorcyclist in front of me, I better make sure that he has tons and tons of room. And that's actually happening behind me right now, is that I have someone in an SUV back there, and they are back there. They're probably like 3 car lengths or more, actually a little bit more than that, behind me. So if you look, you can see that they're like way back there, and they're probably wondering why the hell I just turned around and looked at them like that. But just to kind of illustrate that they're way back there. See, this guy right here, he jumped out to pass this guy, but he got right in the middle of the motorcycle. So technically shouldn't have let that happen, being the guy over here, but I kind of gave a little bit too much space. But that's okay, because we're probably all going to be parting ways here anyway, because I get off at this exit right here. So I'm going to have to figure out getting over. And I've changed the whole, trying to be courteous and get over and get in line kind of thing. Now I just wait to the last second and get off over on the side. So I have joined the bad guys. I've joined the dark side. If you can't beat them, join them, and it's actually safer for me just to merge up there and just keep on going instead of sitting here on the side and trying to get over into the left lane up there because of people coming off the interstate and just flying up there. So it is what it is. And I love this. There's actually a cop in the line. And I'm still going to go ahead and do it. So actually it's one of the Richmond County Board of Education police, so he's not going to be a traffic guy. So here I go. I'm going to be totally bad and join the dark side. Go up here and say bye to my guys. Flip my turn signal on. So yeah, I'm heading out, guys. It was fun. Deuces. Appreciate the ride. And see, this guy's pulled up here, but he's being retarded. Well, how not to do that. And still going. So onwards to the dark side. I could have swore I saw some lights light up on that ambulance, and I was like, is he gonna need to go right now? So yeah, join the dark side. A lot easier. This lane's not anywhere near the capacity of the right-hand turn lane. The Georgia Department of Transportation really needs to do something about this. But I guess, you know, it all comes down to the almighty dollar and the logistics of putting another turn lane in here to the right and widening the road for little ways to give people time to merge. So, yep. There's no way you don't know this is a problem during rush hour. And maybe they're like, oh, it only happens during rush hour, so we're not going to do anything to fix it. And then I always scope up the light up there, which is red, because that lets me know what lane I'm going to need to get into. And it just turned green. So I think we're going to try to... Oh, we're not going to be able to do much with vehicles like that in my way. So we'll just behave. So yeah, I like to just blast right through here too. You get the green light, and you can just fly right up past the Walmart light. It was a few years ago, Grovetown got a Walmart, and it just kind of, it's pretty nice having a Walmart within 5 minutes. Otherwise, I'd have to take like 15, 20 minutes to get to Walmart down there on like Bobby Jones Expressway. And since they put the Walmart in, you know, business is going to go to where people are going. So there's been a boom here with stuff that's been put in. So they got the gas station and a family care physician office. The Family Y has a pool and all that stuff right back in there, I believe. Little GameStop, Jimmy John's sub place, Mexican restaurant. So that's pretty nice, and I know that's nowhere near being done. I think the county even put in like a exhibition center in there too for things like gun shows and whatever else. So yeah. And then just Grovetown's been booming. I've been living in Grovetown now for let's see here, 12 years, maybe 13 years in June. So it's been growing. This is a sort of mattress factory over here. So this is where they put together the world's best mattresses. And John Deere is here as well. They have like this whole plaza area back in there on the left-hand side for John Deere. We got Georgia Iron Works also in Grovetown. That's up here and to the left. They got a big thing. And I think that's pretty much the main, like, really big industries we have right here in Grovetown. All right, another person on a bike. Yeah. It's like you're on camera, guy. And so Grovetown's also where there's a country singer that was born here and came out of Grovetown as well. So I can't remember her name. Terry something, I think. We used to have a little sign that said that when you came into the town. Like, this is their claim to fame kind of thing. And Grovetown borders Harlem, Georgia. So not Harlem, New York, but Harlem, Georgia. And the comedians Laurel and Hardy are from there. So little tidbits here for the area where I stay, where I live. Some like little known facts, I guess. So yeah. But you know, McDonald's wasn't here. You know, back in the day when I was first here, that came in, and KFC tried to start here, and it lasted a little while, a few years, but now that's a Walgreens instead of a KFC, which competes with the CVS right over there, which was also new. So it's been pretty interesting. It's always good to see growth. Alright, I'll go ahead and say toodaloo, YouTubers. I hope you guys have a great day. So if you like my videos, feel free to hit like, subscribe if you'd like. I haven't been putting out as many videos as I would like, but you know, that needs to change. Just there really hasn't been anything interesting going on when I'm making, I mean, I'm recording, there just hasn't been anything interesting happening in front of me. And I really haven't been thinking about topics to think about. So I really need to get back on the ball with thinking about some various topics to think about and discuss while I'm riding my bike. So yeah, good times. So deuces. Hope you guys all have a great day. See you around. Keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up.